What's going on, everybody? It's me, your host Bella Alright, and today we are playing Lost Kingdoms. And again, we are well beyond the month of Fromsoft. And this, of course, is for the Occult Gaming channel. So today you guys will notice that we're once again doing post-commentary because this episode didn't record initially. And this is the second of two episodes that didn't record. So after this, we'll get back to live commentary. But for this level here, we're going to be doing post-commentary. And right here, Broch Black, as you guys will remember if you watched the last episode, is the final level of the game. So we'll go ahead and take a serious run at this level. Last time we were just doing recon. This time we're going to go in with the intention of beating the level. So we do want to make sure that we have the best possible cards that we can get. And we'll do some deck management here to ensure that. So I do hope you guys have so far enjoyed this playthrough. If you haven't and you've come this far, I don't really know what to say. Because this will probably be, this will definitely be in excess of 30 episodes. Maybe even, this might even be like episode number 40 or something like that. Probably late 30s, I'm gonna guess. But yeah, we've come this far, so we'll go ahead and end it on a strong note, hopefully. As if I don't know the result already, but try to keep you guys in suspense. And as you can see, I'm not playing around here. I just loaded the deck with Mega Mandragoras. And we're going to try to optimize everything we got. So the deck is actually looking pretty good. But what I'm doing is I'm thinking about the threats we're actually going to face. And the Golden Phoenix isn't going to cut it. Neither is the Decoy Pillar. We're going to take that out. Neither is the Catoblepas, but I think we're going to continue to use that for the purposes of gathering experience for it. But we will use the Blue Dragon, who has probably the best effect in the game of restoring all of your health and all of your cards. And if you pair him with cards like Unicorn, Mind Flayer, and Rheebus, then you'll probably get your Blue Dragon right back once you've lost it. But one thing we probably don't need is two healing / card restoration cards. So we can probably just use one Unicorn or one Rheebus. I did add an additional Steel Skeleton because Steel Skeleton's solid. Not the best AI, but he is quite strong, quite durable, and his attacks have really good effects on him. So we're going to keep him around. And we got two of the stone heads. We might get another one. I'm not sure. He's really powerful. Another one would be good. Yep. So I went ahead and put that in there. Put quite a few stone heads in there. Now this is also a really good deck. We might want to diversify it just a little bit. For my playstyle, this is about as good as it gets. With the exception of Catoblepas, who is completely useless. Juggernaut's not the best either, so that's why I take him out here. Excuse me. In favor of another Earth type monster. The Lich is actually pretty good. He's takes up. He has a 5-stone requirement, the same as Juggernaut. I would say it's the better choice because I think you get 2 uses out of the Lich. And for my playstyle, that's like really good. Alright, so that's going to be as good as we're going to get right now. when you eventually do this, or if you're not doing it now, your playstyle might be different from mine. The cards I have aren't the best cards in the game, but they're really, really good. Really, really solid. They're some of the best cards in the game, and they fit my playstyle to a T. But some of you might go more with range. I prefer to go with setups. I prefer to throw out summon cards to take the attention of the enemy. Oh, looks like I aborted because they blew up the Mega Mandragora. That's pretty pointless though. Could have kept that going. Probably quit out because I wasn't impressed by the hand I had. Right, and we got the Great Demon card there. Nope, can't avoid that battle. That's probably why I quit out too, is to avoid that first battle. Because we do want to go into that boss fight with as many cards as we can get. So we don't want to waste too much time here. Somehow I ended up turned around there. So yeah, we don't want to waste too much time on these random fights. There's only there's one guaranteed fight once we come back in this area here, and there's 2 more guaranteed fights before you get to the Dragon's Head, the Dragon's Gate. So there's 3 guaranteed fights, and you're probably gonna get you're probably always gonna get at least 2 random battles. So that's at least 5 battles before the boss fight. You're in the castle of the Enchanter. I almost forgot to read that. Alright, we got our Stone of Darkness, so we are ready to roll through this stage. Alright, and we got the first of 3 mandatory battles right here. But this time we'll pick up the treasure chest as well right after. These guys aren't too difficult. We can actually get 2 of them at once if we play our cards right, just like that. Alright, and we don't want to get too close to, look at that. That range is always deceptively long. Like, it goes a couple inches past his past the actual art, past the actual 3D model of that attack. Alright, we're gonna get our cards back. I still didn't kill him. There we go. Alright, let's see what we got here. Nightmare, which is a pretty decent card. And Elephant. So altogether we have 102 out of 105 cards. We're only missing 3. So I need to figure out which ones I am missing. Alright, looks like, okay. I see the 3 we're missing. So I guess I'm seeing if I read the description for Nightmare, which I did. Alright, we got our Mind Flayer back. And we've caught quite a few random battles too. I think this is our second one. Oh yeah, and the AI kind of bugged out here. Like, I was waiting for him to come back towards me, but he was more than comfortable staying over there. Which of course annoyed me to no end. There we go. He's actually doing more damage than average against the Beelzabub, because he only does 53, and Beelzabub has 66 HP, and he's a neutral element, so it should only do probably less than 53. So the damage is a bit inconsistent unless criticals are a thing, which I'm not sure about. Only thing I know for sure is some creatures have an instant death attack, like Steel Skeleton and Trickster. So sometimes you'll see them one-shot some enemies, but criticals, I don't really know about criticals. Okay, so we're gonna get these cards over here. Larval Fly and Great Demon. Okay, and I think because we got these, no, we can still get back. It's the other cards that are gonna trap us, so we gotta go back south and then west. His Stonehead's doing a lot of good work. I'm glad we put 4 of those in the deck. He's really getting us past those stupid Beelzabubs. Okay, now because we teleported over here, we'll have to go all the way back. That's okay. We did get a Great Demon out of it, as well as a Mole Monster, and probably a Dragonite. Nope, Great Demon. Oh, Vampire. Another servant of... Oh, there's another one of my daily numbers. 666. Well, he just healed, so now it's 8. But it was 666. So you can heal by attacking. 1066. Told you guys, those numbers always pop up, no matter what I'm playing, or even if I'm not playing the game. Yesterday, I did get the 187 and the 444. Oh, that's my neighbor. Okay. Alright, so we gotta go all the way back to the other side. Right now I'm trying to get my bearings, but this will take us all the way back over here. And all the way back up. Hopefully we can get up the stairs without a battle. But if we get one, oh well. It's not the end of the world. We just got a Puppet Master who, bam. Puppet Master has an obscene amount of HP, like an annoying amount. Like at this point, I just like one-shotting everything. That like having to take even 2 attacks just feels kind of wrong. Good stuff. And the cool thing is the Mind Flayer also healed the skeleton. Steel Skeleton, so that's why that card stays in the deck. Oh, this is when I was commenting on the demon, how it looks like a berserk demon. With the coloring and all that, which I made that same comment last episode. So no need to do it again. Alright, we got that rain attack. That rain attack is really good actually. It can really kill stuff in like no time at all. Skeleton luckily has a like he's invulnerable for a long period of time. So he doesn't get hit by it so much. But like Decoy Pillar got shredded apart by it. Okay, so now we can go ahead and complete the level as normal. We don't have to do anything extra because we did everything. So let's see if we can beat the boss. Well, after we do all this stuff, this is the only other stuff we gotta do. And at this point, those guys are just so annoying. I don't want to fight them. So we did lose a card, but we would have lost like 2 or 3 if we fought them. So these guys are annoying too, but there's nothing you can do about that. You have to fight them. Bam. So I love traps. Look at that, 666 once again. Alright, we got the Rheebus. And we got the Steel Skeleton. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, I mentioned on a couple of my previous videos, daily numbers tend to be 187, 444, 666, and 327. There's other numbers as well, but those are the main 4 that like pop up every day. So if you see those numbers, call them out, let me know, because sometimes I miss them. And then sometimes when I rewatch the playthroughs, I'm like, oh, that number did pop up there. Other numbers I've seen, I tend to see are like 777, 911, 189. Oh, sorry, 1989, 555, 333, and sometimes 316. But for the most part, just those main 4: 187, 444, 327, and 666. So it's just an oddity I noticed that these numbers are always popping up, like whenever I do anything, like every day. It's weird. And I have read like the messages or whatever, because they tend to numbers tend to have meanings, I guess. So I tend to look those up, and sometimes it gives me like pretty good information about kind of like a fortune cookie or something, or like a daily horoscope. Alright, we got a mole monster there, and a Rheebus there, and a Catoblepas, which are all pretty solid monsters. So I think we just go into the final battle with what we have, because 23 cards is quite a bit. And we still have the blue dragon, so we don't have to add anything additional. And just in case you guys didn't see this before, I'll just let it play out. I do find it funny that he is a purple skinned villain who's collecting stones named Thanos. So let that this is way before the Avengers movies came out, so he might have been a reference to Thanos in the comics, or maybe the creators were like a fan of the Marvel vs. Capcom games or the Marvel superhero games, the Marvel fighters from the 90s. Or maybe they weren't, maybe they didn't know about Thanos at all. It's just a crazy coincidence. And the other thing is he's looking for love, just like comic book Thanos. So a good strategy with the blue dragon is you can wait till you're low on health and stones to use them, even if you have 0 stones and it takes a lot of your health. You can use him because he restores both HP and cards. So even if he's grayed out, there's no reason not to use him. Unless you're cursed and can't use cards like there. That's what the skeletons over my cards mean. In case that wasn't clear before. I'm definitely running out of cards though. As you can see, I only got 12. Ooh, that was Mega Mandragora. Yeah, my cards are so good here that the only challenge I have is actually hitting Thanos. Like he's easy to hit, but he's just not on the screen for long enough to do a ton of damage at one time. As you can see, he spam summons like nobody's business. And like the other enchanter battles, he has iframes with his side steps. Like that. And quite a bit of mobility too. So right now I'm just letting my hand play out, because I still got a lot of good cards left. Get both my whipworms to do massive damage. And if he was there, actually, he would be feeling it too. But luckily for him, his summons keep him off the screen long enough. Yeah, but he's getting low on, I mean, he doesn't lose cards, but he is low on health. That's the other thing I don't like about these battles, is they aren't really strategic. It's just the enemies just throwing shit out to no limitation. And they typically have the like the same 6 or 8 cards. Seems like 6, because they don't seem to summon any more than 6. Like for him, it's the wizard, it's the necromancer, the vampire, the nightmare, and that seems to be it. So I think that was 5. And the elephant, so that's the 6. Of course, most of them are summon cards. Got him. All right, we took out that Thanos wannabe. And we got a lot of experience out of it. Look at all that. Look at Mega Mandragora, 2040 experience. Oh, his power. What the hell is that? Is that Scathe from Dark Cloud? I mean, dot hack. Single vessel for my power after all. The god of destruction. Insignificant human, you were sent here by my dearest sister. Is that correct? Correct, god of destruction. He took us to Chinese checkers board, I think. Bow down before my fury. Now I did make a Dragon Ball Super joke originally, but it was bad, so there's no need to replicate it. Now this fight is complete BS. Like when I first did it, I got instant killed because I didn't know what the hell was going on. So if you're doing this fight, do not step in between those 4 elemental, like that square he just did. That'll instant kill you. So this will be your moment to step close. But he does has an attack that does about 140 damage. When he lifts his hand up and throws down the summon circle, it'll do massive damage to you, so look out for that. Additionally, if you guys haven't noticed, for this fight you get all your cards and HP back. There's that circle I was telling you about. That'll do about 140 damage each hit. It only hits you once, but if you're caught in it, you'll take a lot of damage. But there is a wind up for it. He does throw his hand up, and then he tosses something on the ground, so you can avoid it if you're careful. Each of those are a different element, so they are susceptible to the rules of the element rules. And there's that. You saw him actually throw it down. So we're in a pretty good position though. We got some good cards, and we also have the blue dragon. So if things get too dicey, we could just retreat and throw the blue dragon. But he's pretty much taken out all the cards we have so far. But watch this. Not even I knew this would happen. You can't say anything right now, but Steel Skeleton is basically saving the whole day. He's saving the whole universe all by himself. As you can see, he stun locked the boss to where the boss can't actually even, like, he's thrown that attack down, but he doesn't have time to actually cast it. So he's stun locking his way to saving the planet, basically. And this, my friends, is how the playthrough ends. So I kind of struggled with this boss before with the cards I was using in my last profile. But Steel Skeleton just made it look easy. And that was the final level of the game. Very challenging. For me, but not for the Steel Skeleton. He just... So no more gods at this point. It's a lot of damage, but we still got the 5-star. That's going to be for the monsters defeated for the most part, and I think they're going to give us some leeway when it comes to damage because of how much damage the final boss does, and probably a number of battles. So that was a really good rating. There was something he said that I wanted to comment on. I can't remember. Oh, I find it odd that he basically gives us the power to summon monsters, and he probably could have just took it away to avoid being defeated by us. But maybe his hubris got the better of him, or maybe he couldn't take the power back. I just found that funny that the power to even summon monsters was provided by that guy. Alright, and these are all his minions. Either way, that would have been a good hand. You couldn't really lose with that spread there. And we did get an additional card, the God of Destruction, number 104. So we're going to go ahead and read them. Get myself ready. All right, so he is pretty rare. 4 stars, 26 stone to summon, neutral type. His attack is Final Judgment special, and he is a summon type monster. So he only has 1 use, of course, because he is a summon type. And 4 stars is probably the rarest rarity in the game. So I do like his design. His card design is pretty sick. So he is going to be the most expensive card we have so far. Hopefully his effect can match. He has like a crown of snakes on his head that twist up almost into infinity, it looks like, which is one of my favorite symbols, the Ouroboros. That's like a kind of a different take on it. The Black Terror of Legends. This deity will bring every creature on the battlefield, friend or foe alike, to the very brink of death. Cannot be used under the 2-player fair play rule. So yeah, that's an interesting effect. Sounds like he'll make everybody, probably bring everybody to 1 HP or something like that. As a monster, we just fought him. A lot of HP, decent defense. Wrath of God does 140. Like I told you, that's the circle attack. Annihilation is that other attack, which that's the one he does the 4 pillars of elements and then blows them up. They are 4 distinct monsters. When he's a monster, he summons 4 distinct monsters, sacrifices them, and if you're caught in the square, then you instantly die as well. You or whatever card you have in there instantly die. His profile: feared by mankind since the beginning of time, this terrible deity will lend his powers temporarily to the bearer of the runestones. To a bearer of runestones. So that was Thanos, and now that's us. And that looks like the end. So we're gonna go ahead and save the results. And I'm gonna save over our profile here. All right, and I think I'm gonna show you guys my other profile as well, maybe. Yeah, just to show you. So this profile is basically stuck on Thanos. 23 hours into it. I think I'm less time on the other profile. I wasn't paying attention, but I think I'm more time on this profile. Probably from needless grinding, really. Because I think I even have more cards on this profile than I did on the next one. Oh shit, I'm supposed to be reading. One morning, people awoke to find that the black fog was gone. Where it went, no one knew. The land returned to the way it had been before. The people took it up again right where they left off, that the black fog had never been, but all was not as it had been. The world had changed. People living on the edge of civilization found that, to their astonishment, that where they were, now void, there was only land. Now the news of the discovery reached the Queen of Valandra in her castle. She remembered the words of the God of creation. The 2 lands became one and prospered, and the people loved their wise and beautiful queen. I had to like cough there for a minute, and I couldn't properly read that second paragraph. I got it the first time, but of course it didn't record. So it'll probably be best to mute that and then watch it. But anyways, this is pretty cool. She's increased the armor that these guys actually have. They're more armored than before. She is Queen of Valandra, and she retains her runestone, which is kind of sad, but kind of cool. Because when you become queen, that signifies the end of any adventures you might have had, I think. This is cool. This is really cool. I can't tell if they're in order. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I wonder if they're gonna show the secret card. Doesn't look like it. They avoided the most powerful cards, I think. Yeah, they avoided like the really powerful stuff. Oh, there she is. That's our final card. You guys will see that in a bit. And I don't know if it's next episode or if it's in 2 episodes, but you guys will see. Alright, let's see how much time we got left on this. We got another 10 minutes. So, let's see what we get for continuing where we left off with in-game save data. Alright. Well, look at that. These levels aren't gray anymore. So yeah, if you want to backtrack and redo stages and see if you can get more stuff from the stages and get better grades, you have to wait till you beat the game. So that I did not know before, because I didn't manage to beat it before, but now that we can access each stage, this opens up a new challenge for us. One, we want to get better grades for all the stages, so I can really pinpoint to you guys how this stuff works. And then 2, we'll be able to collect all the fairies and cards that we might have missed out on. So those will be our next 2 challenges. Before we do that, we'll go ahead and give Alexander the fairies that we currently have. So hopefully we maxed out. If we didn't, we have quite a challenge on our hands with finding the rest of these. So we'll first see if he has anything new to say. The fairies told me something fantastic this morning. I think this is new. They say that there is a whole second continent, a whole other land. What? You already knew that? Well, excuse me then. I didn't know that it was a common knowledge. And before I made a joke, because this is the perfect time to say, excuse me, princess. So it was funnier before. But, you know, whatever. Alright, so we only got 94 fairies, which means we're missing 6. Because he wants us to bring 100 to him. So we're missing at least 6. I don't think there's more than that, but at least 6. Alright, so we'll see if Gerd has any new information or new stages. Because this is all new to me. Some of the creatures you encounter will have the ability to heal. That she didn't tell us before. That's some new knowledge that, strangely enough, she waited till we were done with the game. You'll be able to fight longer and more often if you bring those creatures with you in your card deck. So that's really good information, but she didn't say that before. She didn't say that at all during our main playthrough, which is very odd. So I'm guessing her dialogue is RNG based. Alright, and it looks like we have beginner level cards, but look at that, something new. Something that should have been in the game the whole time. Being able to buy previous levels of cards is now available after you beat the game. So basically at this point, you can buy every card that was once available. Which I don't know why they lock the cards into like episodes, I guess. So you can only buy certain cards during certain parts of the game. Locking off previous cards, I think that's an odd choice, but it's cool now. We can just buy everything. Glad you could do it now. Right, we can see we can transform. We're not maxed out by a long shot. And as we can see, God of Destruction has another transformation as well. Catoblepas also has a long way to go. So that's another challenge we have, is to max out all of our cards and to get every card. So those will be the things we focus on going forward. And right now I'm probably trying to figure out what I can do. I believe what I do here is I take you guys to an additional stage to see if we can get a better grade on it. And here I'm trying to look for the best stage. Blessoon seems to be a good candidate, because to me that feels like the first one that really kind of defied my expectations. Like, I thought I figured out the formula, but yeah, the stage took me by surprise, really. So initially I thought if you beat it really quickly without suffering too much damage, then you get a good grade. But that wasn't the case. Number of battles is very important. Mostly beyond that, enemies defeated is very, very important. So you want to have at least over, I want to say at least 15, but I think at least over 10 enemies defeated. You'll be okay. Like around 12 or something like that. I say 15 to be safe, because anytime I've gotten 15 enemies defeated, it's resulted in at least a 4-star. I believe there is a penalty for damage taken. Something over, like if you get like over 250 damage or around 250 damage, you're gonna get a damage penalty of about 1 star. And if your card's used is like something crazy, then I think you're gonna get a penalty for that. But I think, I'm not entirely sure, I gotta like really pay attention from henceforth. I believe the cards you get restored don't count as cards used. Because in that final level, I don't know, I gotta see what I got for that final level. I don't know if I got 48 cards using that final level, or I think it was like 48 cards. So you can probably disregard that. I think you can disregard what I just said, because I think I did get like 48 cards used or something like that, which you can only have 30 in the deck. Alright, I'm just looking for extra fairies. But we do need additional fights. So I'm gonna have to get additional fights. I was actually surprised that this cutscene still plays. There is another fairy here, but I'm gonna end up showing you guys that later. This is still gonna be a bad grade. I didn't get into too many fights. I suppose I didn't figure out the battle formula yet when I was recording. Yeah, I took no damage, but I didn't kill that many monsters or get into that many fights. I legit took 0 damage. 3 battles, 5 monsters defeated, no damage. Card used 4. Still a 4-star. So you have to do at least 15 monsters defeated, I would say. 15 is like the safe number. I think anything over 10 is okay, but 15 is the safe number. Alright, and that's just gonna about wrap us up here. I think I might do something else additionally. Not sure what that is. I might just be talking here. Yeah, but it's pretty cool that we have all this available to us. But now we can just play the game at will and do what we want. So this is the Divide. That's the other continent over there to the east, and this is our neck of the woods with the princess reigns over. I actually wonder, because so many other monarchs died, I wonder if she now rules the entirety of the 5 kingdoms. Then again, Kendari was still up and running as far as I was aware, because they didn't suffer too much in terms of damage, and their monarch is still alive. So I think they're good. But that's one thing I'm gonna try to do for you guys, is to do like a story summary, because the story in this was pretty good. It was just presented in such a kind of a lackluster fashion. But yeah, I want to do a few things for you guys. I want to do yeah, so I wasn't paying attention to the time. So I want you guys to take care. There's going to be a few more episodes to come to wrap this playthrough up. One of the things I want to do for you guys was like a guide for all the items I picked up to make this a bit easier. But we're definitely going to play through this game again at some point in the future. So I might just wait to do the guide at that point. But for now, appreciate you guys for watching. There is more to come on this playthrough to wrap everything up, to get every item in Fairy, and to properly complete the levels to get the best grades possible. So look forward to that, guys. So appreciate you guys for watching. Take care. Till next time, guys. Peace.